Mm.
And when we met Jam and Lewis, they was like, hey man, you know what's funny, man? Bob don't remember it quite well, but what happened was I remember we went with Boyz II Men to it was the American Bandstand. We went there because they was up for like 4 or 5 awards or
Oh,
something
the
like that.
American Music
And they
Awards. Yeah.
and they swept the awards, man. We
Okay,
like
yeah.
we like beat everybody that night. So we was leaving for like with like 5 awards, man. So I remember I was sitting next to Wanye, and Wanye was like, "Hey Tim," he was bumping me, man. He's like, "Hey Tim, Jam and Lewis is down there, man. Look." So I'm looking down there. I'm like, "What?" I said, "Man, y'all got to introduce," because you know they did on Bend the Knee and one other song they did on
One
the
of my
album.
favorite songs. Yeah.
Yeah. So me and Bob had did like 5 or 6. So I thought they might know who we are, but I'm like, maybe they don't. You know what I mean? So I was like, hey man, you know what? You got to introduce me. He was like, he said, no, he said, y'all meet him, man. Hold on, man. So we sat there through the whole thing. After that, it was an after party. And they threw the after party for Boyz II Men, right? So what happened was it was a back way to the after party, right? So we seen Terry right there. So I was looking and I saw the back because you
Oh, the
know they
hat.
always wore these hats, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, is that Terry right there? I'm like, so I wanted to say something so bad to him, man, but I didn't, right? So here we go. We went on up the, went up the steps. We went the back way, like everybody else did.
Yeah.
And we was just sitting in the corner, right? And we was just like, God, I can't believe, man. It was Jimmy and Terry right there. Jimmy, Terry, and Jimmy's wife. And they was eating together. They all was eating something together because they had some food too. And then all of a sudden, Brandy came in, man, right? And Brandy was like, "Hey, how y'all doing?" Whatever, whatever. So we was talking to her. We was like, "Hey, Brandy, do you know we never met Jam and Lewis?" She said, "Y'all never met Jam and Lewis?" She said, "How do y'all sound just like them?" I'm like, I said it was from, man, me knowing every song that they ever done, man. I'm like, I knew from the first at the beginning from Dynasty. I don't know if you know a song from Dynasty called Only One. That they did that, and then Captain Rock, they did that. I mean, I
Yeah.
know all this stuff, man. I mean, I was an encyclopedia for either LM Babyface or Jam Lewis. I knew all their stuff, man. I even knew the hidden stuff, man. Like I would have to tell Bob because it was so hidden
Wow.
that Bob even be like, dang, how do you know this? I'm like, I'll just pick up records every Tuesday. That's what it was in our family, man. So to skip back, to go back to it, she was like, so Brandy was like, so wait a minute, y'all sound like them and y'all never met them? I'm like, you never met them. She was like, do y'all want to meet them? I'm like, I mean, yeah. She was like, she said, okay, come here. So she grabbed both of our hands, right? And then she went up to him. She was like, Jimmy, Terry, I want y'all to meet somebody. She was like, this is Tim and Bob right here. Man, they both put their plate down, man. And they start, man, like, bow. They got on the ground and start bowing to us, man. Man, I started crying tears as soon as they did that because they was like, y'all are the baddest dudes in the music industry, man.
Wow.
And then I was like, man, stop gassing us up, man. You know what I'm saying? They was like, I'm dead serious. And then Jimmy was like, I'm dead serious. You know, tell you why? He was like, because y'all, who know about, he said, who doing the beats and who know about hip hop? I'm like, I mean, both of us know about hip hop, but I do the beats though. He was like, that's what separates y'all from us. He was like, y'all know more about hip hop than we do. You know what I'm saying? He was like, but y'all melodies, he was like, man, keep doing them melodies that y'all learn on top of them records, man. He's like, y'all gonna start getting hit after hit after hit after hit. And we just sat and talked to them for a long time, and they start giving us little bitty trinkets on how to make a
Mm.
hit. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, are y'all trying to say we don't make hits or what? Are we just make but it but no, it was like them telling us little bitty stuff. And you know what? LA is a really big influence on our life too. We got to go up there to go see LA when he's at La Face. He would have
Mm.
us go up there about like 3 or 4 times, and he'd be like, "Go to the next song." So he'd be on the phone talking to Clive, right? And then he'd be like, "Hold on for a second." He'd be like, "Go to the next song, man." And I'm like, why you keep telling me that? So he get back on the phone. He get back on the phone and be like, wait a minute, my record ain't playing in such and such. He was like, man, I'll be there tonight on a private plane, man. All right. And then he hang the phone up. He'd be like, hey, go do another song. So he was listening, but he'd be talking on the phone, right? And then he finally get off the phone and he'd be like, you know what y'all problem is, man? And we'd be like, what? He'd be like, man, y'all putting too much stuff in y'all songs, man. It's too many chords, man. I know y'all know all them gospel chords and all that. He said, but man, R&B don't need all that, man. So I was like, in my mind, I'm like, you just saying that because y'all don't know how to do that, man. You know what I mean? But man, I'm gonna tell you, man, once he kept telling us that, he was like, you know what? Y'all crowd, he said the first hook, y'all letting them ad-lib too much on the first hook. He was like, that's a sin, man. He said, make the first hook clean and then take out all them instruments. Y'all got too much stuff going on. He was like, because he was like, the artist, he's like, just because y'all know how to do it, don't mean y'all need to put it in the songs. He was like, and remember this, he was like, the artists need to be like an instrument. It's like just how y'all did the track. He's like, y'all got to find ways when y'all writing, when y'all doing. He said the melody got to be right on pocket on the 1 or the 2. He said, and don't let them, get all in the middle and crowd it up. He said, because you got to make the artist like an instrument, like a trumpet, like the bass, like all that going. So when he said that, it started clicking a little bit, man. I was like, all right, man, because I think we had like 5 singles before he told us that, and none of the 5 did anything, man.
Wow.
So we was like, man, how come these we getting singles, but they ain't doing nothing? So then when we finally did, they don't know, man. We did exactly what he told us, man. Don't put no ad-libs on the first hook. Put it in pocket, on and on and on. And then he was like, you know what? He sent us a bottle of Dom Perignon, me and Bob. He was like, y'all fine. He said, man, y'all finally listen, man. He said, y'all finally did it, man.
Yeah.
Finally.
Yeah. No, I just said
You know what I mean?
it's still a song that still has some power now. But think about, how was the first meeting with Dallas? How would you recall your first meeting with Dallas?
Man, it was tripped, man. It was tripped out, man.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for being a part of Halftime Chat. Please remember to subscribe, share, and comment. But most importantly, why don't you become a member of Halftime Chat? We've got amazing videos, amazing perks, and being able to support the channel. But anyway, thanks for watching. Take care.
I never participated in that kind of.
And somewhere in between
us, or even loving us, on which I didn't miss you with.
What was it like growing up?
she's still making an impact on 4 houses down.
I have a couple of pieces.
Trying to get this one and that one.
That works for you, but just for me,
No, okay.
They don't understand what those Boyz II Men are.
Play it.
These guys, they all work together.
I mean, I love all different genres.